Welcome everyone to one of the very few chances I'll probably ever do a post-commentary type video. I've done it in the past, but it's very often, rarely, that I do this kind of stuff because I'm not really into post-commentary. But anyways, I want to talk about a very sensitive topic to some people because it's been on the news very frequently. It's about video games and should something be done about video games, and I want to share some of my opinions on what people are saying and talking about. Just recently, Seamus posted a video talking about how CNN used some of his game footage from Grand Theft Auto 3. I can't remember which episode it was, but it was one of them. And I don't know if they're making money off his video. They're probably not, because for one, they're called Mox News. They're not called Fox News. They're probably some rip-off channel off of what, Fox News or something like that. Some people who are actually better than what Mox News does. I'm not joking. They are literally called Mox News. I don't know what they're trying to achieve, because at the end of their video it said that they are unaired because they are biased. It's just like, okay, if you are going unaired and you're biased, why do you even try to make news footage when you take one of the most biased people on earth for your video? I don't know why they attempt to try. I don't get it. It's just very weird to see this channel trying to use other people's footage, which they're risking getting sued. I don't know if they have legal rights to use their footage, but I don't know. If I had the legal rights and they used my footage, I would definitely sue. I wouldn't, right now, if they use my footage, I wouldn't sue. I'd make a video saying, hey, don't use my footage. It's not yours, and don't make money off it, because it's not your footage. And please don't do that. Anyways, that's the whole thing going on right now with Seamus's channel. They're using his footage, I don't know if they're making money. But anyways, they brought up 3 topics, I believe. I believe there's only 3. I didn't watch the whole video because I didn't really like their video. First one, the first topic, it says, do video games make kids violent? Now, there's a lot of different things you can take from this. You can say, well, if video games do make kids violent, it's not the only contributor. There are movies, books, other people around them that could contribute to them becoming more violent. Okay? There are movies out there that will... I'm not saying they're suggestive, I'm just saying that they are pretty violent. Like, when I was a child, I used to watch so much of Starship Troopers. I watched the first one, and then later found the second one on YouTube. It was pretty gross. I'll say the movie was pretty gross and kind of violent, but it never made me become more violent. Why can I say this? Well, because my whole life I've played video games. I've played the shit out of Turok when I was a kid. Oh, 1 second. There we go. I played so much out of Turok. I can't remember what the game was called. It was one of the Turok games for Nintendo 64. I played so much of that game. Oh, it's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I don't mind if you message me while I'm making a video. It never made me violent. I have never had a criminal record. The only time I came close to maybe getting a ticket or anything was because one day I didn't know the rules of the road and I was riding my bike against traffic, which I got lectured from a police officer who did not give me a ticket, which I was happy about, and it made me learn my lesson. And it's just, why would you even think video games make people violent? It's just, it never, hardly ever does. If people say that, well, what they brought up is that some guy said that, what was it? Video games helped him become more violent. It's just, it doesn't. Okay? When I was well, how old was I? I think I was like 17. I went to a airsoft. What was it? I'm trying to remember what it was called. They had a specific name for it. I don't know. It was a little challenge for everyone. It was a little airsoft tournament. There it is. I went there, and yes, I've been playing video games my whole life. Did they train me to become better at the airsoft tournament? No. I sucked so hard. Okay? In video games, like in Call of Duty games, there are some moments where you're out in the desert, like in Battlefield 3, the beginning part where you're in the tanks and you're out in the desert. You see that, of course, the game's fake, yes, but you see that you don't see the emotions of the soldiers being dehydrated because of how hot it was. When I went to that airsoft tournament, it had to have been 120 degrees. I'm not joking. It had to have been 120 degrees because I was in a little, I can't remember what it was like. It was like sugar canes from Minecraft. It's like a huge farm of weeds everywhere. And they were about 8 foot tall, standing up straight. 120 degrees in there. And video games had never simulated or taught me how to survive in that. I was really close to getting heat exhaustion, dehydration. I was getting all this shit happening to me. I was suffering so hard. And a video game has never made it easier while being in that airsoft tournament. Did I ever get any, quote unquote kills in airsoft tournament? I got at least one, okay? But that was not like in a Call of Duty game where the bullets hardly ever do bullet drop, okay? In airsoft, there's very little range with a little assault rifle for an airsoft gun. The only time I got points, well, not really points, I wouldn't call them points, just like a little score for getting someone, was that I was ducking behind a rock and a guy was in a little tower, like a little mini tower, and the only way to get him was to shoot at his chest or his head, which of course it'd probably be against the rules to shoot his chest. So I aimed directly at him, thinking the airsoft bullets would go directly at him. It didn't. There's, of course, bullet drop and pellet drop, whichever way you want to call it. It came to my mind, of course, that is becoming like a parabola, which I learned in mathematics. Parabolas go up and have to come back down, like when you're throwing a baseball. You throw it up in the air, there's gravity in the world, like on Earth, there's gravity, not out in space, we're not talking about that will bring the baseball come back down. That's what, like a parabola. If you push the water fountain and make the water go out, it goes back in like a little small lowercase n. That's a parabola. And I thought, oh, well, back in my math class, if I aimed a little bit higher, it should make a parabola going up and then coming back down his chest. So I shot 5 or so times, and it hit him right directly in the chest, like 5 times. All 5 of those pellets hit him. I was thinking, holy shit, it worked. My mathematics teacher was right. I didn't do math in my head. I did visually. I didn't think that, this would be completely correct, with all the math that was going in my head, but it worked somehow. Video games never helped me in that situation. I mean, when has it ever helped? The only way you can think of it helping as a simulator is by doing the crap, I have this football it's a training camp for the Wii. The football training camp. That's the only type of simulation that can help you in real life, is the training camp simulation. Yes, it helped me bulk up, just barely. I didn't do a lot because I lost some equipment towards the training camp. That's the only way that's going to help you in real life, is if it trains you like Zumba. Zumba makes you get out and dance. And that's the only simulator that you can take from video games, is video games like for the Wii, for the Kinect, that help you exercise and help you get out more. The only simulation you can take from that. That's it. Nothing else. Next topic says, guns don't kill people. Video games do. I don't know about you, but I have never seen a video game go out and kill someone, okay? Nor have I seen a gun go out and kill someone. People kill people. Video games don't. I've never seen a video game kill people. Never. I don't get why they're thinking this, because I've never seen a video game kill someone. That's all I have to say. People kill people. The deranged ones, I don't care. It's not video games. I don't know where you're getting this from. I don't know how they made up with that. I don't know. Maybe they should go down to a gun show and ask that if video games kill people, because they will get a ton of criticism saying that people kill people. I bet you will. I think that's pretty much it. I talked about simulators, talked about the guns don't kill people, and the video games make kids violent. I mean, the only way for me to become violent when I was a kid was it because of ex-friends that I knew when I was a child. Because they brought suggestive things to me when I was a child. When I was 8 or 9 years old, a kid named Cody that lived down the street from me brought a Playboy that he found from his dad's wherever. I don't know where he got it. Yes, it was suggestive. Yes, it brought me to pornography, but pornography has never hurt me in any way. That's the only way that would bring me to any becoming more violent, is people around me. Video games would never bring me to become more violent. It never would. That's all I have to say. Is I hope that my only hopes are they make it so that they make stricter laws against children who buy video games, because I know children do play Call of Duty. A lot of them do. A lot of people are upset. I know. I can agree with you that children are playing Call of Duty, but it's not the video games, it's the parents. You don't see a little child, 10 years old, 13 years old, how old, less than 17 years old, going out to Fred Meyer's or Walmart or wherever and buying Call of Duty. Because right now, people are getting serious about asking for ID. Blame the parents. Don't blame anyone else. Just blame the parents, because they're the ones who allow their children to play Call of Duty and allow them to get on Xbox Live, because they're the ones who pay for Xbox Live. Trust me, I know this. Because my parents did try and pay for Xbox Live. It didn't work. I didn't like it anyways, but again, that's all I have to say. I want to hear your opinions, what you think of the 3 subjects I talked about. Do video games make kids violent? Do guns kill people? Do people kill people? Do video games kill people? Are video games simulators? What are your thoughts? That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.